Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Itsna and today I want to retelling a story of a novel under the title Pig Island by Mo Haider. So the main character of this novel is named Joe Ox. Joe Ox is a journalist that really hates some ghost stories. And his job is to break the ghost stories itself and prove that it's not even true. And one day, his editor video named Sonia showed him a strange video of an island, and there is a strange creature with a tail in the back, but it looks like a human but with a tail. And Joe thinks that this is just a cheap tricks that a cult leader of an island made. Joe asks know the cult leader. His name is Malachi Dove. And Joe once have a problem with Malachi Dove, and with this video, Joe wants to break the mythos of the island, and he just wants to prove that Malachi Dove is a real liar. And Joe Ox have a videographer. His name is Harry Miller, and Joe asked Harry Miller to accompany him to the island, and Harry Miller wants to do that with Joe. So Joe tell his wife named is Lexi, but Lexi have a bad feelings about the island, but because of Joe want to break the Malachi Dove's cult, so Joe doesn't listen to Lexi, and Joe go to the island with Harry. As soon as they arrive, they meet Callum. He is a fisherman, and they both ask Callum to bring them to the island. And at first, Callum denied that, but after Joe paid with a very much money, so Callum said yes. And after they arrived in island, there is no single people in there. It's like gone. It's like everything has gone. And Joe starts to strolling around the island, and he found a creature that he found in that video that Sonia showed him. And turns out the creature is named Angeline. Angeline is Malachi Dove's teenage daughter. And seeing this kind of creature, Joe really feels sorry, and he thinks that Malachi Dove is such a bad person to treat his own daughter like that. So because he feels sorry, he brought Angeline from the island to his home in London. As soon as Joe arrived in London in his own home, Angeline starts to act like a wild animal because she doesn't even know the world, the real world. And Lexi do feels weird about this girl, and Joe bring a psychologist named Dr. Paula. And Dr. Paula said that Angeline is a real manipulator and she is very dangerous. But because of Joe hates Malachidov, he doesn't even listen to Dr. Paula, which is she is a psychologist, and Joe Joe really ignored the bad things that clue of bad things that happen. And one day Malachidov arrived in Joe Ox home, and Joe Ox starts to want to fight with Malachidov, but Malachidov came not to kill the Joe Ox family. Instead, he wants to kill Angeline. But because Joe hates Malachidov so much, they start to fighting in Joe Oak's home. But unfortunately, Lexi, Joe Oak's wife, in the middle of the fight, she's have been killed by his own husband. But it's because accidentally killed by his own husband. And seeing that, Malachidov also got killed, and Angeline starts to run away, and she goes to the city, and using her disability, like her disability and her weird tail, it makes everyone will trust her, and she became a manipulator in the out there. And the plot takes the end with Joe Oakes that end up losing his career, losing his wife because his stubbornness. So I think that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.